Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kyonin Legacies. I am your host, Wuten, playing as Shizuki, and beneath me, he's returned this week, Cygnus as Kanari.
Hello, good to be back and to have a voice again.
Woo! Yes! And beneath him, we have Solar playing as Anri.
Hello, hello.
And beneath them, we have Chaotic playing as Sorren.
Hey, how's it going?
And Kai is unfortunately catching up on some Z's. So he will not be joining us today, but Solar will be rolling for him. And over on the right-hand side, we have our benevolent DM of the afternoon, GutiuSerenade.
Hi, everybody. Did you know that Stacy's mom is a mythological figure?
Yeah?
Yeah. Because there's works of art professing adoration towards her. And, hear me out, Jesse's Girl was written in 1981, which means that this generational figure is actually this nebulous woman who has swooned men across the generations. Anyway, welcome to session today.
What
Hell
does
yeah.
she have going on?
She's got it.
She has
It.
it. Yes, exactly.
What is it?
It.
The-
You know.
Something to fall in love with, apparently.
Yeah.
An ontological question closely related, Solar, to what are those?
You mean the things in Wootten's pack? Yeah, we have to
Yeah.
ask.
What are those?
What are those?
Exactly.
But what are those?
I'm old.
Well, last time on Kyonin Legacies, our party continued doing their fair bit of housekeeping. Sorren had finished up a little bit of a magic training session with Azaldria. The rest of the crew came back with the stolen goods from the bird mobster, and got their reward, which was a headband of canine communication. And the rest of that sesh, they were just kind of planning out things to do, working on crafting, doing a little bit of training, retraining. Anri got a letter in the mail from her mentor and decided that she was going to take off with Kai. Kai decided to join her, rather, as she took off for Cloverstone to pay him a little visit.
Woo.
And meanwhile, Sorren heard word of a book auction happening at a local book emporium of sorts, and that is where we join in the party today. Migrate on over to this map here.
Woo. All right.
Yeah, look at all these fancy people.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very out of place, even being dressed up. This is not a place for me. Not normally, but you never know. Sit there and find yourself a good book, maybe something that's got a little bit of that extra magic zing going to it, because I'm real interested in that now.
Could be a place for your hands to be in pockets.
Maybe one day, a long time ago, that was the case.
I see. Character development. It gets us all.
Yeah, gets us all sooner or later.
Look, you ever sit there and think I did it because I didn't have any money, but now I have more than I know what to do with.
When you first came in as well, you met a certain gentleman who seemed like they very much fit in here, Sydney Paris, who elegantly welcomed you to the locale, and based on your assessment of them, you could tell that they have a lot of experience. You could tell that this is definitely not their first rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Also remember him saying something about him just trying to stay away from Etoile at the moment. So
more because
just the Western region in general, or
being worried
Eastern.
about the dude to the north,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, because Etoile was south of place you're from, over on that side of the world. Is that right?
Roughly, yes.
Yeah, just the fact
It's right by the mountain, just south. It's actually legitimately just south of Gontikill, actually.
Yep.
And then just south of that is the rest of it. So
Yep. So
Roma and
already a traveler.
No,
He's
Roma, that's the wrong
more.
fucking one.
They're willing to be more like a roamer and a collector for the time being. And the journey has brought him over to Kyonin, it seems.
Woo!
Mhm.
So, that being said, you see people are mostly dressed up here. There are a couple in more casual attire. Roll perception checks, the three of you, please.
Perception.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Off to a great start.
Close
You're
enough.
all off to a great start. With all of those checks, you're all able to see that other folks that kind of stand out among the crowd here is one's a gentleman here at this table. Does anybody have knowledge local by chance?
I
Yes.
As do I.
Okay. Go for
Hell
it.
yeah.
We'll get us a bunch of smarty pants up in here.
Smarty snoodles. We got smart noodles.
Okay. So Sorren and Kanari will know this. This gentleman over here,
God
he's
damn it.
he's dressed fairly nice, but he's also trying to look like he's trying to keep a moderate profile. His name is Oswin Rollingford. He's an author and the owner of the Nor'easter Chronicle, which is a publishing company in Baranage. He is not while he is not nobility, he is disgustingly rich.
He is of the merchant class, the bourgeois,
Yes.
one could say.
Hell yeah.
New money.
Not
so
the
you
landed
say-
gentry, but, you know.
So you
What
say
was
he
that
has a you say he has a publishing company. Does the Chronicle also serve as a sort of newspaper?
Yes.
Ah,
Well, the his author works are see, this is me not knowing how exactly this whole thing works, but he's like an author in terms that he does write books, but he also does a lot of editing and reviewing of the local press.
sure.
So he's a big name. He has a lot of respect, and go ahead and roll sense motives while you're there as well.
All right.
All three of you, since you're assessing this gentleman.
All right.
I have so many fucking skills.
Hell yeah.
Tell me
That's
about
what
it.
that's what level 9's all about.
Uh,
If only you were human, then you'd get a bonus to all of your untrained.
Hell yeah, human high five over the table.
Yeah, human high five over the table. Yeah, dab me up, dab me up, boy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, not first.
Yeah, my man.
So Shizuki and Sorren, he is there's a manner that in which he's like kind of rolling, like doing like a rolling tap of his fingers on the table. It's not out. It doesn't feel like it's out of like being like bored or anxious. It's more of like you get the feeling that he's expecting something really good to show up here.
Ooh.
He's in anticipation. He's excited. Okay.
Ooh.
Using those perception checks from above, you notice that there's another fancy gentleman over here at this table
Even got a monocle.
who looks very, very nice and calm. And the last part of assessing with your checks is that probably just because there's likely to be a lot of money involved flying around, at the up on the higher rays here, on each side are what look to be a couple of with a couple of cell swords, each with a "don't even think about fucking with me" kind of look on their face. Because just in case things get out of hand, because the reason that they might have two of them here is maybe there is something of pretty good value here. Who knows?
Got to keep people from acting a fool,
Yeah,
or pulling an
yeah.
Ocean 9, or whatever you call it, Ocean
Yeah.
11. I have no idea. One of those numbers. Some ocean.
Pulling an Arcadian
Ladies and
17.
This
An
is
Arcadian
Arcadian
17.
My dear attendees, your host this evening, Lawrence Yardren. And then this gentleman steps forward as his assistant steps to the side. Right, everyone, please be seated. And please help yourselves to provided beverages. Our coffee is especially fresh and hot. A wine from Chanel's vineyards. A grand welcome to our returning patrons, our donors, and I see we also have a scatter of new faces out there this evening. To any newcomers present this evening, as always, we have representatives from the Merchants Guild standing by after the auction to make any trade evaluations towards any books you may claim. But do be advised, as always, if your wares do not satisfy your bids, you will forfeit your earnings. I see we've gotten all friendly this evening. We have 5 major presentations tonight, the last of which an unprecedented rare find. So without further ado, let us begin. And she will begin rummaging through. And just as an aside, mechanically speaking, when he said the bit about the Merchants Guild standing by, that means that there would be someone here to evaluate the worth of something in order to make that as part of a gold trade in case you don't have enough in like hard gold. Does that make sense, guys?
Yep.
Like I have some various jewelry and I could bid the jewelry. They'll look at it, they'll go, yeah, it's worth what you said. And if it's worth towards, you can use it towards the bid, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's not enough when they go to assess after the auction is complete, you will forfeit the goods. So.
And people will talk.
Yeah. Okay. First item for bid. For any practicing mages in the crowd this evening, the spellbook of an old thunder wizard. This unnamed halfling claimed to have mastered and embodied the power of electricity, but that did not stop a thunder axe from striking him down anyway.
Oof.
Our legal advisors
Yeah.
wish to make mention that we do not take responsibility for any spell traps in place within its pages. Due to this danger, bidding starts at the low price of 100 gold pieces.
Thunder Wizard's spellbook. It might not be a bad idea. What do you guys think?
I'll put up for 150.
Oh,
150 from the young Gnoll in the back. Any others?
She looks only mildly affronted at young.
200. 200. We have 300. Anyone?
I'll do 3.
300 from the young man in the back. This person calls for 400. 400? Any other takers?
Ooh.
425.
425. See a couple people like fidgeting a little bit. This one comes in at 450. Make a sense motive as he says that. There was definitely a crack in his voice when he said that.
He's not looking for 450. He's not sure he can do it. 475.
475. Takers, any others? Going once, going twice. Bangs the gavel. 475. The Thunder Wizard Spellbook.
I
Very
feel
good.
oddly satisfied.
Yeah.
The fact that I could just sit there and say 475. Oh my god.
Just give him a little golf clap.
Not
I'll
used to
join
being
in.
able to put up such sums. Whew.
Sitting across the way gives you like this kind of slide look to his face as just give him a nice little light clap, like, well done type of thing. Like it's like a, you know, kind of like a, you won your first thing, congrats, excellent. Like it doesn't look condescending or anything. My vocal patterns might have conveyed that. I'm not trying to do that.
I'll notice and I'll just shrug and just give him a smile. Like, yeah, sure, great.
All right, next item for bid. The Skygate Watchers. This is an anthropologist studies of the Serendite tribes from the Ashen Era. Bidding starts at 300 gold pieces.
I would like to roll history to figure out what the fuck that is.
Go for it.
I have knowledge history. I'll help you.
If you have knowledge
please.
history, go right ahead.
Oh shit, I have it as well. I'll go ahead and
Go.
roll a...
Look at the smart people
Hell
in the
yeah.
room, baby.
Aid.
Okay. Well,
We're
I'll be
aiding you,
Wuten
apparently.
then.
Oh, all right.
Apparently, we're aiding Wuten.
All
This
right.
actually works really well. So, Shizuki,
Mhm.
actually, do I have a map that I can show? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Here we go.
All right.
So, join me over on Lenyara here, at the northwest, and towards the northwest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In that forest to the north, there's a temple at the far northwest region of the map.
Oh yeah, I see it.
This is just beyond. This is essentially kind of sort of like neutral territory between Vera and Avalosia. And there was there was like ancient peoples who kind of acted as guardians toward great old power, that they used this place as a sort of containment for it.
Do I hear
No.
adventuring site? Hello?
Do I hear something that could be connected to our overarching Oni problems?
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
You also know that it was also the location of an often vied for ancient weapon of some sort.
Oh my god. All right.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
I mean, we could consider bidding on it if we really felt like we need the information that could be in it. I don't know, but
I want the
Well,
information.
let's see what they're asking for.
yeah, they said starting at 3, right? So see what other
Yes.
folks want to bid for it.
All right.
This finely dressed gentleman over here chimes in. 400. 400 to the finely dressed gentleman in monocle. I'm more than a monocle, but okay.
Let me see here. 3. You said 400, right?
You said 400.
Yeah, he bid 400.
450.
450.
Oh.
Oh, you guys said it at the same time.
Hey.
Very well. 500. 500.
550.
550. Sydney starts chewing on their lip a little bit. Like, 600, says
Ooh,
this chap again.
Ooh,
Monica
okay.
wants it.
Uh-huh.
If you feel like you really want it, I'll chip in some to help. So it's
We can always
not
use
just
more
each of
weapons.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, kind of like the ones we weren't able to pull out of that cave. The water monster sitting there watching it.
Right.
Maybe we could go back there sometime too. We ever feel like we can get in there.
We are definitely going back for those.
600.
600. 600 to the young lady. 640. 640.
Ooh, okay.
650.
650. You watch as Sydney then just very casually just leans back in their seat. 650. Going once. Going twice. Sold to the Gnoll in the back.
Woo.
That we've won 2 out of 5.
I can.
I'm sure we're not going to win the last one. I'm sure that guy is going to have mucho gold to throw at that. I feel like that's what he's here for.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah.
All right. So what did the first one go for, by the way? I didn't write that one down. I should
That
have.
was-
475.
475.
Excuse me, it went for 400.
Well, 475.
It was 475.
This one was 650. Okay. Next up for bid. Treasures of the Old World. Written in an unknown language, the lexicon within will take some deciphering, but it is the perfect... It's the perfect tome for the studious scholar thirsty for old knowledge. Bidding starts at 700.
Ooh.
Ooh, shit. All right.
A book of
900.
lost Oh,
900. The gentleman in the back corner. 1,000. 1,000.
Our first
Oh.
4 digits of the night.
yeah. We got one that's got some history for a different lead.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think we're good on passing this one.
I think we can probably safely pass on this one. Though.
Yeah.
For now.
2,500. 2,500. Goodness.
He fucking leaped for that one.
Make a sense motive check.
Hmm.
Shizuki, only you're able to detect this, and it was very close.
Mm-hmm.
They have a very calm demeanor, just almost uncharacteristically so. But from your distance, you can tell that there was just the slightest tell on their face of this this otherwise perfect poker face that they need this book.
Mm.
3,000. 3,000. Sydney then stands up. 5,700 gold. 5,700.
Can't even do that by myself anymore. Ooh. Not unless I want to start auctioning off my gear, and I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah.
5,700 going once.
Guti, as the countdown is going, could you? Sorry, my computer's making horrible noises again, which is
Go
why
ahead.
I've been muted. Could you let me know what they said about this book? It was an untranslated language, but what was the rest of it?
Treasures of the Old World, written in an unknown language, the lexicon within would need to take some deciphering, but is the perfect tome for the studious scholar thirsty for old knowledge.
Ooh.
Well, if we don't buy it, this is my Hana coming out. We either shake them down for the knowledge or shake them down for the book.
Oh God. Well, I mean, you've got the spells for it. You could shake those bones.
There's also always the option that we've met the man,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's true.
Who says that you can't be good friends and share knowledge between friends, huh? Plus, we have some books we're picking up too, so you never know.
Mm-hmm. Book for a book, maybe.
Well, put it
Knowledge
this
for
way:
knowledge.
I am instantly suspicious of anyone at the moment in the current state of affairs who is looking for old knowledge.
That's fair. And the amount of money he seems to be willing to put up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It does mean we should probably keep an eye on him then. If we could figure out how to.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least know where he's staying or know where he seems to be going, maybe. We know he's from Etoile.
Yeah.
So. I can always track him later if you feel like it.
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on him. See where he goes. At least we know where he stays, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts to think.
Fair enough.
$5,700. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying all this within the space of going once, going twice.
Twice, yeah.
No, that's fine. You can discuss that out of character. That's totally cool.
Mm-hmm.
Going once, going twice. Treasures of the old world sold for 5,700 gold pieces. Wonderful.
I will look across back at him, seeing as, you know, for the first win of the night, he did the same for me. So I'll just kind of look at him and just give a little clap.
He gives the closest that he can to a sort of a bow of his head, like a bow while sitting down. But
Fair.
you know, just kind of responding, thank you. Our fourth book of the night. Interesting creatures and their oft-spoken haunts. Bidding starts at 200 gold.
Book about monsters? Possibly.
400. 400. 500. 500 to Kermit the Frog. Apparently.
What's he doing here?
Kremit's older brother. 500.
700. Chiming in again.
All right. I'm going to sense, and I'm going to see what's significant about this book.
Okay. From what you can tell, it's this one's more of a kind of what Chaotic had pointed out. Just something about monsters, various beasts that roam the land. He does the butler-looking fellow over here does look pretty interested.
Okay.
Maybe he's a researcher. Or a summoner.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying, knowing about the things you can summon is a pretty helpful thing.
This is true. Possibly even a prerequisite.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hard to summon something if you don't know it exists.
Yep. We've seen plenty of terrible endings of stories from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
700. Going once. Going twice. And sold. Gavel slam. This Book of Beasts going to... what name can we put down, sir? Prescott. Prescott. Okay. And for our final presentation, those of you who came to bid on today's esteemed prize shall not leave disappointed. And you can see Oswin next to you guys start to like lean in, like he is now locked in.
This is what I was
Yes.
looking for.
Yeah.
Those of you interested, we hope you brought your pretty copper today for this tome of understanding. Inscribed in this old tome are words, all of which are made of magic. It is rumored that these words ingrain themselves into your very mind, aiding your comprehension of instinct and the percepts of the world around you. Bidding starts at 2,000.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying that's really.
That's a great fucking deal, that is.
Yeah,
Boy.
exactly. Holy shit.
4,000. 4,000
Ooh.
to Oswin.
4,500.
4,500. His eyes go to you. 7,000. 7,000 to Oswin.
Oh, that's him trying to tell you to back off.
Backs down.
72.50.
How much did you say?
72.50.
72.50.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Crack of the neck. 9,500.
He's just looking between the two of them, just like, whoa!
Oh no.
I'm going to be an asshole. 11,000.
Oh, God.
11,000. Guys, roll perception, please.
Oh dear.
Oh, my God.
Nat 20.
God, that
I've
makes
watched
so
it.
much
He
sense.
he definitely has a face of "Excuse me, what?" But Shizuki and Sorren, you see at the top rafters with as rambunctious as Kanari and Oswin are getting, the two sellswords at the top like exchange a quick glance at their eyes, like
What the fuck?
We better watch them.
code yellow, maybe.
Go on, you bitch. You know you want to do it. Go for like 15. Now I'm just punishing you for taking this away from me.
14,000.
Work for it, you dirty bitch.
You dirty fucking peasant.
Oh, God. All right.
No, I can't match that, but it was worth it. Made him spend some money on it.
Yeah?
14,000 gold from Oswin. Going
He's still
once,
getting it at a good price.
Yeah.
going twice.
All things considered.
15,000.
Oh.
Calls Sydney.
Oh.
15,000.
Clapping on my head.
Wallen in the back.
I have
He's
You know.
Oswin is like I think he's left some marks on the table.
Livid.
there's my face in Kyonin. It's just that's just me looking at him just
He gives you the very smallest little wink, just like he's like I can't. He's like as though as if to say like, oh, actually, Sorren, roll me sense motive.
Sure. I could do that.
Gasps in Spanish.
16.
So there's a particular way when he gives you that little link, he gives a couple of very small scritches to the side of his head. You understand what this means. If you catch my drift.
I think I do.
He's the way he's communicated to you is just like he's communicating to you, I get your game. I'm not paying that much. But I'm playing along with you.
Gotcha.
After making some nail marks into the table and probably a couple of splinters, He calls out 18,000.
There it goes.
18,000. Going once. Going twice. Sold for 18,000. All right.
I'll give Oswin a
If
little,
everybody
little
could.
golf clap.
Yeah.
He falls back in his seat with a little. Whew.
Post. It's the
Like he was-
post nut
like he-
clarity that he's spending
Oh,
18,000.
No, he was ready to.
Throw down.
He was really hoping he didn't have to go up to 20. The relief on his face.
Oh, I should have done 25. It would have. I would have avoided anything. But, you know, I would never have been able to pay it. But
Man.
For those of you who do not know, out of character, if you had this book, you would have to read it for several hours over the course of a period of time, and doing so would give you a +1 to your wisdom score.
yeah,
Yeah.
permanently.
Yeah.
One of the very, very few ways to sit there and get inherent bonuses.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Still, great deal on that, all things considered.
Yeah.
So, we'll distribute this one first. The two cell swords come up front. And, Sir Osman, if you don't mind coming up first, get this settled. And he will do so. There's a little bit of a shake in his step, just realizing that whole, God, did I really just do that fucking much? Fuck.
I'll look,
money.
I'll look back across at Sydney so that he knows that I know what he said. I basically do back, good job, with a stroke of the chin and, small little
Bit of the stroke of the beard.
stroke of the beard and a couple of subtle fingers signals. Just that, good job, well played.
Yeah, he nods back and gives a little, like, kind of like a, when someone will, like, blow on their fingers, like, type of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll do that and, like, adjust his one of his cuffs on his suit, which relays back to you. Well played, and also kind of like as this communicates to you. Excellent, a gentleman who speaks the language. You will pay his amount.
It's a massive, you hear the clunk as they set the fucking bag down.
Yeah. He'll be training. He does trade some items along with the the gold he provides, but he makes it work. The rest of you, please come on up. We'll get your items sorted. As these two come up.
I'm sorry, I'll be right back to my computer in a second.
All
Yeah.
right.
It's just getting something to drink.
The Richlings.
Mm-hmm.
Forward we go.
Blah, 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 blah. Think about how many people that could have fed. Da, da, da. Anyway, enjoy your book. Enjoy your fucking book.
Hey man, I learned enough magic. There could be enough food for everyone. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Hmm?
But you're not gonna. You do that. At least I don't think he would.
Hmm.
He gets his book. Put him there for now. Chaotic, you owed I closed my window. Why am I like this?
Oh.
All right, for your wizard book, it was $475.
All right. So from my amazing backpack comes forth 475 gold, liquid gold,
Okay.
liquid assets.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They hand this to you.
Holy shit! I sit there and make money. All of a sudden, I start learning economics. What the fuck?
He has like some very thick gloves on as he hands this to you. A cautionary.
Fair enough.
Do be careful, sir, and enjoy your prize.
I do think I will. Thank you. I will
Okay.
carefully play with the book for a second, and I will put it into my pack.
Alrighty.
As it just, and the pack just looks no different for the whale.
Woo.
Hey, Shizuki, roll me a perception check, please.
All right. 25.
So, as this gentleman walks by, you can definitely tell that he is has something sheathed on him.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a weapon for self-defense. The hilt looks to be of Shimamoran design.
Ooh, very nice choice.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You know, I completely didn't think about this. We could have offered up fucking Exaltan. He could have been worth something.
Damn.
You could.
Damn.
Oh, +5.
didn't even-
God damn it! That would have been the best scam. Oh.
Well, here's the thing. Just as a reminder, my friends, you took Exaltan in his current state to towards David back in town,
Yeah.
and he looked at it, and he looked at this fucking chained sheathed dagger like you people were crazy. He's like, there is no way that this is like an ultimate weapon. Get this shit out of my face.
Wouldn't be Fey magic if we would, weren't the only ones who could see it.
Yeah.
That's true. You had to be there.
Precisely. The Fey are you had to be there, the species.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
And Sydney will pour out their hefty amount of 5,700 gold for the book that they won.
Even more money than I know what to do with. Fucking hell.
Treasures of the old world. He will step back down this way and Skygate Watchers. Madam, are you a scholar, historian of some sort?
When time permits.
That's marvelous because I associate with many scholars locally, and I don't know if I've seen your like around these parts very much. But if you're ever willing to, adhere to that sort of work, I would love to have the opportunity to exchange notes someday, if you are ever so willing.
You flatter me, madam. I, more of a forensic archaeologist than a scholar per se, but I'm sure there's...
More hands-on, then.
Indeed.
Okay. Well, here's your book, and I hope it bears fruit for you.
We'll have to see. Here, we'll hand over a small sack of platinum for the 650.
65
You
platinum.
have the book. You have the Skygate Watchers.
Okay. I am adding that to my sheet, and then I will move myself.
Some of the others begin to either depart or sort of mingle a little bit. It's a sort of, almost sort of like a little after-party situation.
Yeah, of course.
So, well, you were certainly more of a spender than I expected, Sorren.
Well, with the amount that you were sitting there, once you started throwing things around at the end there wasn't much chance of me joining in on that one. I might have come into some money recently, but not that much.
No, the gentleman had the look in his eye that he that he was not going to let that one go. So I like making men like him sweat sometimes. And women, for that matter.
I can see why. It's kind of fun, actually. Might have to sit there. Go ahead.
Are you a mage then of sorts?
Well, let's. I would like to say mage in training, but I actually can do a little bit of something. So, yeah, that's actually the big reason I thought I'd mosey on around today with me and my friends. We were. You never know. You sit there, you find something that some wizard somewhere found out in his book, and all of a sudden, you unlock a whole new world of possibilities.
Oh, of course, of course. Well, since I made some, the look on the man's face was not the only thing I noticed. He says as he gives a little scratch to his chin, or like no, it's the side of his cheek as he kind of looks around the area.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll whisper to you, if you're ever looking for a particular under-the-cuff jobs in these places, in the cities, you need only find the right bar and talk to the right person. They will ask if you are army or military. You tell them no. Well, no. Hang on. Let me go over my notes again. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Yeah, no worries.
I hate when I do that, man.
It's all good. It's all good.
Ruin the moment. Fuck.
No,
Okay.
you're good.
So he goes. So he tells you. They will ask if you are army or military. To this first question, don't say anything. They will then say, I knew someone who looked like you once. They remind me of someone when I was in the army. The only answer you give is, I need a drink. Lots of information hubs might be able to provide the information you are looking for around here, yes?
The jobs and the information. Have a particular thing I should look for when I'm looking for a bar for a good drink? By that, I'm meaning like a scratching, a mark, a specific symbol that would say, this is a place where you can do that.
A particular pattern you may see on particular wood carved into the bar. He will then show he'll then adjust his cuff again, and you'll see as he's adjusting his cuff, there's a little there's like a 3-lined mark on it.
3-lined mark. Okay.
I'll make a drawing of it for you so you have an idea of what to look for in the future.
No worries. Okay.
But
I'll say.
He makes that part of his cuff visual for you. So.
Well, that does sound like a mighty fine bar. I might have to see what they have on for offer. Thank you very much.
The top shelf, exquisite.
Well, now that I've got the money I've rolled into, maybe I can actually afford it.
So it seems. Enjoy your reading, Sorren.
I shall, and maybe we can share some notes sometime. You don't have to tell me everything, but, sometime. You never know.
I will look forward to it.
Would you look at that? I made myself a contact.
Yeah.
I will come back over to the table.
Look at you chatting them up.
He's, quite the nice feller, I do say so myself. Might have a chance to sit there and meet up with him again sometime soon.
Well, I get the feeling they'd like that.
Oh, I don't doubt it. But when you've got a particular set of skills, that's when people start looking for you. Ain't that the case?
Yes, no kidding. I was just propositioned for my scholarly knowledge. don't know if you caught that as you were walking away.
Bits and pieces of it.
Mm.
That's so crazy. So crazy. Nah, just so crazy. It's just like a few months ago, nothing more than a beggar on the street. And now, look where the heck we're sitting. I don't know.
She gives you a surprisingly soft look, Sorren. You were never just a beggar on the street.
Well, some very kind words, but thank you. He's not entirely sure what to say, so he just thanks you.
Thanks,
So.
Mom. Anyway.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, you gotta be so happy. I'm kidding. Anyways.
Alrighty. Where did I put the thing I was looking for? Here it is. So, just y'all are now just probably just enjoying a little bit of the after festivities. You can hear a coffee or wine or whatever. Some other refreshments are offered on the house for everyone's participation. There's a little bit of light music for it's kind of like wind down the night a little bit. Let's jump somewhere else too.
Sounds
while
good.
We're about.
Sounds good.
Yo.
Anri, you after some time you make your way through Albrook, and
if she's stopping at Albrook, she'll probably pay a visit to She's father.
You know, it's funny you say that.
Oh.
Because we can arrange the token set here. Oh wow, it's all the way down here. Okay.
Oh.
Back in Albrook. So let me just.
Who's token?
Where?
Wasn't me.
Slipped through the cracks.
How the hell did I end up here? Damn, that book must have had a whole bunch of shit.
Rachel
Oh,
teleport.
Buy something nice?
Oh, hold up. It's gone again.
Sorren, get off the stage! This isn't your stage!
Oh my
shit.
god, it's
1 second.
literally that. He just fucking like falls out of reality. Hey, Alan. Hey, Phil.
Good.
Hey, Anri. Hey, Sorren. That hat?
My gosh.
All right, I'm trying to find a particular song. Apparently, I thought I could like find like a search bar for music tracks, but I can't fucking find it. Okay, here we go. So, Anri, as you're making your way through Albrook,
Atop a wolf.
atop a wolf, even atop the wolf, you feel a looming shadow above you that suddenly blocks out the sun.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
It's Shizuki's father.
Hey.
With bright glowing eyes.
Oh. Hello. Sorry, what was his full name again? Mr.
What was his
Shimamura.
name?
I'm not sure if she ever caught it, but
Looks at Wuten.
I don't think I ever came up with the first name for him.
Mr. Shimamura.
Mr.
Shimamura.
Shimamura then.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Shimamura. How are you?
You left before dessert could be served last time.
Oh, sorry, we were in quite the hurry.
You feel We feel a powerful, oppressive aura of hospitality.
Well, that's a. Well, it just so happens that I'm actually passing through and was planning to come see you before you came to see me. Ah!
The intimidate roll. There you go.
Oh my god.
Oh, only a 103. Okay, I'm only mildly shitting myself.
Here's what is going to happen, Anri. You and Kai are going to enter my home. You're going to settle in and find the perfect place you wish to sleep, and you're going to be fed all of the meat and eggs. Am I clear?
There you go.
Very clear, sir. Why do we feel so scared?
You are going to eat all of the bacon and eggs you have.
You are promptly walked into their place. The closed sign goes up immediately, and you receive full hospitality. He brings blankets to your room, extra pillows, a towel, cleaning supplies that Kai will probably dash away from because we know Kai does not like baths.
Yes.
But within minutes of the door closing, you can already hear the sizzling of just fucking delicious food.
Hell yeah.
Man knows exactly how to work the heat. He's a blacksmith after all.
Anri's just kind of sitting on the bed as she let all of this happen, and is just like, looking at Kai. Well, I guess we're staying the night then. That works.
Oh wait, no. What's is Anri wearing the amulet of
A headband of
or the headband of canine speak?
She was not. I do not believe you gave it to her.
I think for some reason we just gave it to Kai. I don't remember who took it. It wasn't me.
We gave it to Kai so Kai could talk to actual dogs for real.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I think that was actually it.
I was gonna say, if nobody here thinks they have it, then it must be on Kai.
Yeah. It is on Kai.
It's on Kai.
That was the thought process.
Okay. It's on Kai, yeah. God.
Well.
So you just hear bark.
I guess Anri will, take a bath. She's not really in any position to refuse, nor why would she?
No, the hospitality is even stronger here in the house.
Aura of hospitality. 10th level spell.
Okay.
So, despite the fact he offered bacon and eggs, that's probably going to be breakfast. Because you smell another round of his goddamn famous fajitas.
Oh, yeah! Let's go!
This time with the ability to sit down and enjoy them.
Yes.
Instead of taking them on the go.
As she eats, I imagine she just came down drying her hair. Kai, she might have attempted to clean Kai. She gave up after the first round. Just comes down drying her hair. And as she settles in, she would like to ask him, so, how's business been?
Well, booming, and I assume that it might have something to do with you and she. At least I was going to ask the same how the traveling craftsmanship's been going for the two of you.
Well,
it's been interesting, to say the least. She has definitely crafted some amazing wonders, which she's managed to sell for quite the profit in Baronish.
Ooh, any clients?
Remind me, Wuten, who did you sell it to?
Sold it to a what was his? It was the Ortrudas. Yeah, I sold a couple of things. No,
unless I was thinking of Benedict and Azaldria.
Yeah. So there's that one, and I sold a couple of things to Ortruda, but yes, the Pronemias were the main client, quote unquote.
Are you familiar with the family names Pronemia and Ortruda?
Slot machine eyes start sliding across it.
He's drinking like a glass of water. What?
You can see like whatever the currency symbol is of this world is in his eyes, and he goes, "I'm somewhat familiar, yes."
Well, I believe she managed to sell a few things to them.
The top merchant and the lead weapons manufacturer. That's my girl. That's my girl. How did they score a median? How do you score a median with either of them? I'm curious.
Well, it seems that the Shimamura name is known even among the nobility.
Oh, well, yes, I guess our roots do, guess we're a little more ingrained out that way than I thought. But
we did clear up the, if Solar, if you remember, we did clear up the trade route from Leozaros to Baronish.
You're right. Yeah. Okay.
We also managed to get it in with a few odd jobs for them. Well, it seems that every odd job we do seems to turn into something much greater than that, but it worked out in our favor. Got us a reputation and in with them.
that's remarkable, honestly. I'm glad for it. I hope everyone's well and okay, as considering it's only the two of you who are passing through.
It's I don't want to speak in She's place, but it's been rough, Mr. Shimamura. I don't feel comfortable doing this, but maybe let's just say that she had some experiences that I may have her reconsider her business, but I don't know. I don't know what she's thinking. I haven't had the chance to speak to her about it yet.
Well, in terms of your combined partnership in the field of firearms like that, that's more or less a joint venture I've left in her hands. So, it looks a little pensive. Is there any insight that I might be able to provide? I've been in the business a long time, and if not, that's completely your wheelhouse. I'd rather not impose, because we still have plenty of business here, plenty of help to get get the right sort of work to the right people, especially with the roads between Cloverstone and Relimquay cleared out as well.
Well, I was wanting to ask you, what did you do with that musket I created for you? Have you managed to sell it?
Truth be told, I haven't put it up yet. It's just so... It's so... almost too surreal to have that sort of thing. I have to probably run by with... Look, I'm still working on paperwork with the local ordinance for publicly sold weaponry like that, and...
I see.
Just many things to consider, especially if it's one of a kind, for the time being.
Well, it is one of the few firearms I've made so far, but yeah.
Anri seems she kind of seems a little bit hesitant, but
he just seems like he's kind of dancing around trying to say that when it comes to the type of manufacturing and like reverse engineering work to understand the schematics for it, he's still trying to find the right people to share the knowledge with, so someone doesn't run off and hawk it.
Yeah.
Honestly, given all that's happened, you don't mind me saying, I wanted to rediscuss what me and she plan to do with our combined knowledge. Don't get me wrong, I remember that I promised that I would help you as you've helped us, but I also want to make sure this is what she and I want, if you're okay with that.
Of course. More than anything, from the talks that you and she have that I've watched you and she had, from what's been shared with me between the two of you. Look, it does this old man proud that you're so into the crafting business as you are like this, but truth be told, I'm satisfied enough she has such a good friend. That's... aside from the business, we don't that's most of what we have. And yes, it is great, but sometimes that causes the important things in life to slip between the cracks in the road,
Yeah.
So, don't think I have any offense taken if you need to reassess your partnership or nothing, because like I said, we still have the craft work that we've had going for years now. I had a good mentor myself, and it's a matter of passing that knowledge along to the right people. And I'm fortunate that my daughter wants that, but I also want for my daughter to make her own legacy, make her own foundation, being able to live the life she wants to. And right now, the adventuring one, She's got a good crowd for that. Including you.
I'm glad I have she as well. If that's the case, would you mind if I took that musket off your hands for a while? Just until I can discuss with she what we do with it?
Sure. 600 gold. I'm kidding you. Yeah, you can have it back.
Anri looks like Anri's like you know that. Hang on, I I have got the perfect thing for this. Anri at that moment realizing she's oh shit, I put it in pirates, but Anri at that moment
Oh dear.
looking at her own funds.
But also at the same time, why are you selling it that low? Is it that bad?
Is it that bad? That's true. Oh my god, double crack.
Yeah. That's like a third the price of what it should be. Because I think it was Masterwork, right?
Yep,
Believe it was.
Yeah, Masterwork musket is 1,800.
Oh my god.
Literally 1/3. Anyway.
He does like a really like you could hear the thunder of his knee slap when he laughs at that.
That's
no, it's no trouble. It's no trouble at all. I actually kept it in the private forge that I gave she access to. So
Thank you.
I'd be happy to part with it since so you have. Sounds to me like you have designs of your own, and far be it for me to tell you how to run your franchise.
As far as I'm concerned, the musket is still yours. It was a gift. I just wish to discuss with she what's best to be done with it.
I trust your judgment. So.
Thank you.
The road's been as hard as you say, and I trust that that your wisdom's only grown since then. So
I think we've all grown a little bit.
My wisdom's grown literally.
I can tell.
If in one night I could recount the amount of times that your daughter has saved my life, I think you would be twice as proud of her as you are now. Even more so.
Well, next time permits it, I want to hear about every one. All right?
I think it's best if I let her tell that.
He nods, just like she'll probably flavor it in her own way, but certainly.
Exactly why she should tell it.
Next time we're all here, I'll make sure to have much more of a feast, and hopefully you don't want to have to run off in any sort of major hurry like last time.
Exactly. Any messages you would like me to pass on?
I'll sleep on it. I'm sure I have something to say aside from my list of 20-some things to make sure she's doing, brushing her teeth, adjusting her gauntlets, performing the proper maintenance, having a bath after said maintenance. There I go again. In terms of important adventuring matters, I'll sleep on it. But just always keep in mind that if there's anything you need help with in the realm of craftsmanship, you need only call.
Of course. Thank you.
Right. Well, I'm sure
You're
you've
such
had
a
a long
wholesome
journey.
dad.
What's that?
I said you have such a wholesome dad, she.
Yeah.
Oh, you got two of you probably had a long journey, so I'll stop talking your ear off. Here, give me a hug before I turn into the
okay.
night. Come here.
Uh,
Crunch.
Oh my goodness.
And one for the dog. Come here, little boy.
Hang on. Time for a fort save.
Yep.
Nope.
You cannot
You
resist
feel
the hug.
You feel your soul leaving your mouth as it's squeezed out of it. It's still attached, but just.
Ah.
All right. Well, if you need any more blankets or anything else, extra food, pillows, soap, he proceeds to list a few other things that come to mind. Just give me a call.
Anri
He'll
just
leave
kind of
you-
like raises her hand as a little signal that she's alive.
A very weak thumbs up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he will otherwise leave you be for the night.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. In that case, sleep in a nice, comfy bed.
And with that, let's take us a pee break, my boys.
Hell
break.
yeah. Pee break. We will be right back. And we're back. Hello, everyone.
So
Hope y'all
indeed.
had a good pee break.
Let's jump back to our Leah Zeros group.
Yeah.
Unless there's anything else, Solar, you wanted Anri to do or have done.
No, I think that's about it. She would just bid her farewells in the morning and set off, having her main character moment riding a wolf into the sunset.
Hell yeah.
Your belly is full of all the bacon and eggs. This is a threat.
No, actually, all of them.
Oh god, no, 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 no!
There's not a one left in Albrook.
So, Kanari, Sorren, and Shizuki. What's good with you guys at this point? We're cutting back to around the rest of the evening after the auction.
Well,
I'd probably figure out whether my book is trapped or not before I do anything else with it.
yeah.
So,
I'm kind of curious.
can I make a perception check with my trap finding bonus? Because I'm looking for traps.
Okay. Second here, just so I can get everything set up here.
Anri shoots the book for you.
I spent almost 500 gold on that. You just fucking got it.
Look, it's not trapped now.
It's not trapped anymore.
It's not anything else either, Anri.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and roll perception.
All right, perception. With my trap finding bonus, 34.
Damn.
So before I continue with it, I start to do all my normal little tricks for all kinds of traps of any kind, looking along whatever. Do we have a picture of this book? Do we know what it looks like?
Do I have one?
I can always go find one because
Yeah,
Pinterest.
you know what? Since it's
Full.
your book and it has like since it's your book and you wanted to, why don't you customize its look?
Sure.
Good shit.
if you'd like to.
Well, I suppose the first questions are going to be: is the book in fact locked?
It is locked. Yes.
Okay. So I'm doing all of my normal things. I'm checking around the lock. I'm slowly looking in each page, all that kind of stuff. And I do know the spell, I'm pretty sure. Let me look. Yeah, detect magic. So all of that all together to sit there and get the 34 on my perception check. Did it come with the
Making sure I
key?
have. There was no key.
Okay, just checking.
I'm just checking all the information over because So what are you trying to discern with the perception check?
It's checking for traps, magical or otherwise. Ooh, I kind of like this one, actually. Let's go with this one. I think that looks pretty good.
All right, let me just check. You do sense that there are traps on it, but I'm just reading up on the aspects of them real quick here.
Okay. Well, luckily, as a rouge, I can disarm magical traps. So, that will probably be the next bit.
But are you blue?
Am I blue?
Mad Space starts playing in the background.
Am I dabba-dee, dabba-die?
All right.
Random fun history moment time for me when I played World of Warcraft when I was
Yep.
younger. I didn't know how to spell rogue, so I spelled it rouge. So my
Blue
character's name
Rouge.
was Rouge.
I
Yep.
remember that. Oh, jeez. Callback.
Okay. So, the trap that you do pick up on is some of you picked on when you went through that the Shullen Cove when you kind of learned how to detect like warding glyphs that did things like either
The
affected
one
the
that blinded
mind
me, I think,
or
right?
it made pain. But in this case, you're recognizing other wizard glyphs is basically what I'm trying to get at here.
Gotcha.
And you do spot one such one. Roll me spellcraft to see to check it out.
Sure. Let's see, spellcraft. 18?
You're not sure, but it does look kind of complex.
Well, I know this thing is trapped, and it's got. You guys remember when we were out in the cove that had the giant water critter in it? Similar glyph magic sorts of things. I don't know what it is. I haven't seen it before.
It is the DC for it is 15 plus double the spell level, right?
I believe so,
plus
yes.
double.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. Just make sure I got it right. Yep.
Hey, Kanari, do you mind helping out? You happen to know what these are?
That's a spellcraft roll.
Yes.
All right, let's give it a shot. Mine is actually equal to yours at the moment.
Hunting
So...
requires a single.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
Nope.
Didn't
That's
she?
that's a complex glyph right there.
Didn't she have it
What is
weirdly?
single?
Does she want to
Yeah.
look?
Let me see.
Because for some reason I think you actually did have it. I just don't remember why. Either that or you just had something else that I just wasn't expecting you to have.
Are you doing this? Are you checking into this back at the place or your living quarters? Or
I assume that's where we are.
okay, I'll just
Let me
move you
go
back
ahead.
there then.
I'll just do a spellcraft check for shits and giggles. Just to
Nope.
nope.
No idea.
Nope.
Well, luckily, I don't need to know what the hell it is. All I need to know is that you break one small little spot and the whole thing doesn't work. So, I will try to disable device. So,
Okay.
is there a certain number of traps or is this just a single roll?
As far as you can tell here, it's just one trap.
Okay. So I'm trying to double check. I have miscellaneous on here, and I'm just trying to make sure if there's anything that I'm missing or should be actually be adding. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out if I'm already adding all the bonuses I'm supposed to be. Because I believe one of those is Masterwork Tools, but I don't. The other one is my Burglar's Buckler. Yeah, so I'm already adding them. Okay, cool. 35.
Okay.
So I start pulling out my tools. I'm very gently prying apart pages so that it doesn't activate the glyphs, and very gently scraping at the various silver lines that make up the glyph.
As one who's been kind of learning art as well recently, I do a lot of stuff with my eraser to like correct like a line I might do.
Mm-hmm.
What I visualize you also doing is seeing how the glyphs are channeling energy into certain areas,
Mm-hmm.
and that you're just kind of finding where those where those drawings like bend, and then just like erasing those curved angles, so it's like that the energies have nowhere to go. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I know enough. I may not know exactly what this does, but I know where the power line is.
Mm-hmm.
And the glyph dims. And while you were assessing that, I'll let everybody roll one more time, see if you can kind of figure out as you were watching it become undone. Another spellcraft.
Ooh.
You want to make those assists to Shizuki?
Sure.
So, Shizuki, you were able to discern that this was a fire burst trap with a cross evocation of sonic energy instead of fire.
That would not have
so
been
the glyph transformed the energy into sonic energy. Okay.
Yep. Thunder.
And you know that it would have deafened you if otherwise, with a big chunk of sonic damage as well.
Yeah.
Just sat there and screamed, "Gotta go fast!" really loud.
Well, exactly. The book screams in your face.
Shattered windows across the entire street.
It probably would have shattered windows and freaked some people out. Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that should not be a problem anymore. All right. And then, I guess another disable device to actually unlock the said lock.
Okay.
That one's going to be a 27. So, swiftly putting away one thing out of the gauntlet, pulling another one out, pulling the shim out, sitting there and back and forth on the lock.
And that will be able to do it.
There we go. Back in the gauntlet. All right. Moment of truth. Open the book.
And sure enough, there's wizardly deciphering to be done, but you have access to the spellbook.
Woo!
All right. Well, when you are ready to give me things, I'm going to use Read Magic. And yeah. So then I don't have to worry about rolling spellcraft to decipher this guy's things. Read Magic, I believe, by itself just allows me to decipher the spellbook automatically.
Yes. So he actually looked to have spells up to 4th level in here.
Ooh.
Level 7
ahead.
wizard.
Drop those in Kyonin campaign there for you.
Cool. And I'll just start writing things down that I need to write down. I do believe each time I want to pull from his book specifically, I have to read magic. I can prepare from his book, but you have to decipher it each time. So at some point, I'll want to write them into my own.
Yeah.
Well,
I can prepare from his book. So
how does that work? Because I thought you had to have things in your spellbook to actually prepare them.
well, let's
So
see.
the way that it works is you can prepare things from spells that aren't from your spellbook, but you have to roll that check to be able to decipher it. If you want to not roll that check, then you transcribe the spells from the other person's spellbook to yours, because then it's like
Understood.
you are transcribing it in your own handwriting, so you don't have to take the time to decipher your handwriting, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, each time I try to prepare it from a borrowed spellbook, they must make a spellcraft check to prepare it. If they succeed, they can prepare it. And if they don't, then they can't do it until the next day.
Yep.
All right, solid.
Yep, so if we need it ever, I can take the time to do that. But eventually I'll want to write it into my own. So, all right, I'll just take the time to start writing it down. Is there a name given in the inside cover? Do we know the wizard who originally had this book before his life was Osho cut short by an axe? Haha, you fool! I have the magic to prevent slashing damage! He, in fact, casted piercing resistance and not slashing.
Oh, in his case, it was more of like the thunder axe, but I'm immune to lightning. Somehow they worked anyway.
He was not, in fact, immune to the axe part of that.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh, let's see here. Go to this website here and just. Wenkin.
Wenkin?
Wenkin.
Wenkin the gnome.
Wenkin Bramblemouse.
That sounds like a gnome name to me.
Yeah, it
And
does.
fared just about as well as a mouse, getting hit with. Never mind.
Okay. Saved here. He had black tentacles, shout, lightning bolt, protection from energy. Apparently he had empowered shocking grasp as a spell in his spell book. That's interesting.
Ooh.
I don't know how that works.
Oh, we can just
Exchange that for something else.
yeah, we'll talk.
Mirror image. Let me see. I only have first level spells right now anyway, so these are all going to be very helpful once I start getting to those levels.
I'm gonna roll for it, Wuten.
Fast as lightning.
It should be haste. That's in fact what it should be. It is haste now, unless there is an objection to that.
Gootie's rolling for it.
I'm gonna roll
Okay.
for what the spell was.
Okay.
Take it easy, everybody. Before shocking grasp, I'm gonna make it from the same school at least.
All right.
What to do? Okay, take these and just put them together. And actually, what's this? Actually, this is perfect for him. Sheet lightning.
Ooh.
Ah.
Eat lightning. All right.
That's a 3rd level spell.
Medium 20-foot radius spread. Creates overwhelming pain, flashing and dazing creatures and dazzling, and taking penalties if they're wearing metal. Cool.
Yes.
Good shit.
Yeah. The ability to daze living creatures in a 20-foot radius spread if they fail, that's pretty nice. Because almost nothing's immune to being dazed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That JonTron.
Better,
that JonTron gif there. Solar when he realizes, or not Solar. Sorry, brain fart. Chaotic, or Sorren. Sorren when he realizes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So essentially, I do have sneak attack. Yes.
Yeah, so days will remove their dex bonus.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Days. Run up. Fucking sickened, nauseated, blinded, everything. I'm gonna have you crying for your money on the floor by the time I'm done with you.
And just for good measure, pants entangled.
It's the one dirty trick we haven't seen used yet.
Yeah. And there's plenty of creatures that have pants. Why have we not been doing this?
Well, I guess the creatures I've used it on so far didn't have pants, so I guess.
I guess. That's funny.
Perfect. All right. Well, that'll be how he spends his evening. Otherwise, is essentially rolling through the book with read magic and just seeing when can add available.
Good shit.
So that's how his evening goes. Otherwise, unless somebody wants to butt in, that's all he'll really be doing.
I'm good with that.
No, I think it's going to be a quiet read evening from this end as well.
Quiet evening crafting from my end as well.
All right.
Nice.
Speaking of which, Guti, just thumbing through the contents of this book here, anything stand out?
that they were, let's see, thumbing through the book as described. Trying to think what precisely could be relayed here.
Yep.
They were a tribe of people called the Serondites. Let me get that spelled out here on the chat for you. They existed during what was called the Ashen Era, which they extol to be the period of time where the Oni tribes were doing battle and essentially aiming for trying to like establish their having the different Oni tribes having territorial conflicts, like trying to establish their own territories and such. The Serondites tried to stay neutral in that, and the reason why they were not often their lands were not often pursued is because of the talk of the described ancient weapon that sleeps there. Because it was not worth sacrificing numbers or land to such things to a group that otherwise just wanted to remain neutral.
Okay.
They kept a lot of things to themselves.
I'll probably have to roll for this in more detail now or whenever, but two questions relative to that.
Okay.
One, we had an inkling of some other sort of similar sounding super weapon. If we go back to the world map that was up by that lighthouse looking place along the coast with all of the dead wood.
Oh yeah, up here. I don't remember
Yes,
much
right.
about that spot.
Yeah.
I know we've learned about it, but I don't remember much.
No, my recollection was that it was something similar. There was something at the top of the tower.
That was a wishing spear.
Okay.
A wishing spear?
Yes.
So we now have multiple evil artifact weapons floating about.
And I never said they were evil.
Multiple.
Listen,
anything that is not in our inventory is evil.
is to be considered evil until further notice.
Yes.
All of them atop very tall structures too, I'm noticing.
Yes.
People like to build towers and put super weapons in them, apparently.
Isn't that just like a wizard thing to do, though?
Yeah.
Let's be real.
I'm just gonna leave it in my yard.
No, I'm going to build a huge tower, so you can't ignore the fact that I built a super weapon.
I'm just thinking of
Your
someone's
magic could cure cancer,
his
but I don't
project
want to
car.
cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs.
I'm imagining some, hillbilly's project car that's just sat out on the lawn for, 100 years.
I mean, we got hillbillies.
To be fair, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
But second question, Guti. Relative to the current placement of Lenyara, where would this tower have been? And is there any indication that this weapon would have already been found or disposed of or turned to some other purpose?
It is. Oh, how do you mean relative to Lenyara? It's Oh yeah, Wuten's drawing that thing to it. Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's way up
this
there.
temple.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that part because
No,
when the
you're
book was
fine.
being described, it was such and so tribe in the vicinity of Lenyara.
Yep.
So, yeah, wow.
Beyond Vera's borders.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there, Simba.
It's in the neutral area between Vera and Avalosia.
So definitely something we should try and grab before they do in the event that hostilities flare again.
Exactly. You know, last thing we need is Avalosia getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming they even can.
In terms of things that you spotted, would perception be something to roll for, like doing like bits of scanning through a book, or would that be?
If this were 5e, I'd say an investigation check, but that's not a thing in Pathfinder. What it would be comparable? I'd probably say
knowledge.
A linguistics check.
I'd probably say linguistics or knowledge, some intelligence thing.
Either the specific knowledge that it would need to parse it out, or a linguistics check. That would be.
Roll me knowledge history.
Okay.
Thank you for the conclusions, gentlemen.
Yep.
Yeah.
All good.
16.
Okay. With a 16, you're at least able to determine that there was a particular peoples who they did that peoples is putting it mildly, but ones that they were friendly with was a group known as the Fenrija, a tribe of shall we say, skinwalkers.
Oh.
They weren't exactly like trading, but they were
friendly with.
Friendly enough, yes.
A group of people.
Because they had their own territories, they didn't exactly vie for anything that they were keeping sealed away.
They were all peoples that said, "Leave us alone. We want nothing to do with you."
So with the 16, that is what you're able to discern.
Okay. All right. I will probably spend the rest of the evening looking through this more deeply.
Okay.
But won't ask you to go into too much more detail if we have other things we want to grab.
Okay. Sorren and Shizuki, you're just doing your own bit of work as well, you said?
Yep.
Sitting there and deciphering the book with read magic.
Yeah, he's deciphering, I'm crafting.
Okay.
So.
We can just say you spend your evenings doing that. You get a good night's sleep, and we can cut on here the next day.
Whee!
So we have 2 different locales we can eventually go look at. I also have my contact who has said if you're looking for more information or for more jobs, we have another job board now. We have the black market job board along with the other one where you guys are pulling from.
Yeah.
So.
I, as GM, remember that Cygnus wanted us to pause on doing that wand side quest until his voice was better.
Yes, which it now is, I hope. So, yes, I would be down for that if we are of a mind to continue with that.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the job board? Up here, right? Yeah, I see them. Useless item. Yeah, these things up here.
So what I'm hearing is that we've unlocked another daily board.
Another dailies.
Our MMO existence. Yeah.
For any kind of, like, if you're looking for, like, particular information.
Yes. Ooh, actually, if we're all good for it, this is actually a perfect time for me to cut off. It's I know it's a bit of an hour early, but me and my brother are moving some stuff out of the apartment. So, and he is just getting off of what he's doing and is on his way over. So I think this is the perfect time. If everyone's good, we can call it a bit early today and start up on the magic casting Doc Hardwick thing next time, if everyone's good for that.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
alright.
suppose so.
Yeah, sorry for the early cutoff here, but I've got to get this taken care of. So, you guys all have a good one. For the viewers out there, thank you very much for tuning in. We hope all of you had fun with this our little slice of life thing here. And we will see all of you in the next episode of Kyonin Legacies. So until next time, bye-bye for now.
Bye bye.
Bye.